Omnath, Locus of Creation, and 1 Valky. Pretty straightforward. We're just trying to control the board, get to 4 mana with a bunch of lands in play and scape shift. Or 5 mana and bring to light it out. As far as this blue-red Izzet Blitz list goes, I'm much more excited to see how this fares against it. We've got 3 Monastery Swift Spears, 4 Soulscar Mages, 3 Sprite Dragon, 4 Stormwing Entity, 2 Murktide Regent, 2 Vapor Snag, 3 Mutagenic Growth, 4 Serum Visions, 4 Lava Dart, 4 Bolt, 4 Expressive Iteration, 4 Manamorphose. And then a cool 3 Mountain, 1 Island, 1 Wooded Foothills, 4 Tarns, 2 Steam Vents, 4 Spire Bluff Canals, and 4 Fiery Islets.
Sick. And there's 4 fire islets. I've run that before. Whew. You ever get 2 of those in your opening hand? That's your lands.
I've had 2 Horizon Canopies in taxes.
Yeah.
It feels bad.
Yeah, it's rough. Oh wait, Scape Shift's 3 and 1. Sorry guys.
Yep. All right.
Sweet.
All right, let's get it going.
Predictions up, by the way. If you didn't see it, vote on that prediction. Massive W's coming in. You guys are good whenever. Yep.
Didn't see who won the die roll, but let's get a good shake of hands there, and we're on our way.
I'm gonna grab some food. Did you get food?
Yeah, I ordered food. I'll eat after. You're good.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll grab mine real quick.
Yeah, I got this. Oh, Voltaic LV. Thanks for the follow. In the blind, what are we looking at here? Probably thinking Izzet Blitz is going to get there. New follower. Kimpa Kumpan? Thanks for the follow. Opener looks like a Helix, a Windswept Heath, a Mountain, and a Sacred Foundry. Stomping Ground. Bunch of lands, 1 piece of interaction. Yeah, it looks like 6 lands and a Helix. There's no... Spire Bluff Canals into a Serum Visions to start.
We got what, like Storm against...
We have...
Or Blitz. I thought it was Storm last time.
We have Blitz. Yeah, he was on Storm last time he was here at the shop. But we're at Blitz versus 4-color Bring to Light.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, not 5-color Bring to Light, 4-color. You only need 4 to get Scape Shift out. And he kept a hand of 6 lands and a Helix.
Oh. Oh, we're keeping those, huh?
So...
What's his land count, then?
His land count is not low. It is... I think I counted 25. Fetch Shock from our Izzet player.
Bro, I think it's more than that.
Oh, we have a Renin 6 now in hand for the Scape Shift deck. All right, Manamorphose. Don't know what colors we're making. We're probably just making blue, right? Oh, yep, there it goes.
Bro, I'm pretty sure it's like 29.
29?
Yeah.
I must have missed a playset in there then.
Yeah.
So what are we thinking here? We're fetching, going to 19. We're gonna get a Ryome. Like what do you want here if you're the Scape Shift player? Like you have a grip full of lands, a Renin 6, and a Helix. And Helix doesn't kill Stormwing Entity, right? It does?
It does if they don't give it
Okay.
anything.
Let's see here. I expect to see a shock.
Well, you're at the Dryad, so that seems pretty good with
Yeah,
Fistful of Lands.
yeah, Dryad feels pretty good. Next turn we'll take up to 4 lands, then 6 lands.
Let's just not put greasy bags on mats. Come on, Taryn.
Yep, there's the Helix taking care of Stormwing Entity. That's a Lava Dart in hand now.
So the main thing now is to see whether this Blitz player has
A
enough
Dorat.
threats.
There's a Dorat.
Yeah. Which is pretty good, but we're about to see the Scape Shift player
Do scape shifts things.
do a lot. Because he's not going to be able to Bolt Dart this turn. He had to Bolt Dart next turn, which is like just three counters, but he's already got the value off this Dryad that he wants. And it's a lot of spells to a creature instead of a... Because if he doesn't, I believe he's going to run into the issue of just potentially dying the turn after. If you let Dryad play an extra land and then play an extra land next turn.
Okay.
And he opts a Dart now, which makes sense. He's going to have one less spell for this Dryad.
Man, those counters being permanent, so good.
Yeah.
So good.
For sure.
So is he mulling over whether or not to play Ren 6 or whether to not Prismatic Ending this? Yeah.
That makes sense. Because he's probably not in a rush to play this Dryad, but Dryad's just good, but it can't do anything about the flyer.
True. Weird how the 4-color control deck has control pieces.
Yeah. Oh. We're going to have to reline that sucker. Because I kicked the camera. Oh well, it'll be fun.
Ren 6. Is that his one of fun of Supreme Verdict in hand? Looks good.
The one of fun of Supreme Verdict.
Oh yeah.
I was talking to Quinn when he was getting ready to put Control together. He was talking about playing 2 verdicts, and I was like, honestly, you kind of want a 1-for-1 right now. Because right now, like, each creature being played is so strong, you can't let it sit there for 2 turns or 3 turns. Verdict doesn't do you any good if you're looking at a Ragavan, if you're looking at Darcy's. Voidwalker, Stormwings. Like, they're going to get their value before you ever get to that verdict.
We have a
Most of the
Murktide
time.
Regent at 5. Feels good.
Now the fun of one of
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yep. We have to get a No, we just gotta get a land, a blue or white land here. We're fine. Yeah, Hollowed Fountain it is. Domain check. Only 4.
Yep. Because he has a teamer triumph. I respected all the players today having the 4 triumphs.
I mean, why not? They're like 15 cents more than the other ones.
Yeah.
So
So like
it brings it to a whole
generally,
50 cents.
and they're so much harder to find.
Are they
it's
really?
like- Yeah.
Oh, because
Just
everyone
like-
wants them.
But yeah,
Yeah,
and they're like,
fair enough.
oh, how much is the other one? And we tell them like $1 more at max, and they're like, oh, I'll just take that one then.
Yeah.
When you're playing modern, you only need one.
Yeah, there's the verdict. Handling. That's crazy.
Also, yeah, it just has Nomnath.
Yeah.
So this game's going to get out of control for our Blitz player fairly quickly if he's not able to put the gas on.
Yeah, there.
Swift Spear might not be enough.
But it's at least a threat. It's something, right?
True.
Little bolt face. So bring him down to 3, 14, take 2.
He's 9 with 1 card in hand, I believe, and he has potentially. He still has a dart left. But I mean, we have 2 Valakids. We have a Dryad in play. I wouldn't be surprised if him just go Dryad, Valakid. Paying this Swift Spear. Force him to use whatever spell that he has. He's able to do this as well because Dryad won't force a trigger to happen, so he doesn't get priority yet. But when this next one comes in, he will.
Time to deal 6 damage to things. 3 and 3. Oh, I love Valakut so much.
It wouldn't surprise me if he double targets Swift Spear just to keep it, to make sure it dies.
Confirm.
Or this, like, so it can't get mutagenic growth.
Zombie land it.
Yeah.
Rule what? Number 3, double tap. Yeah.
Make sure it dies. What, you find out when funny turn?
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're thinking long and hard on it. Yep. And yeah, he just doubles down on it. Guarantees the kill.
Yeah, because obviously the other line that could have happened is he could have bolted and darted the Dryad,
Sure.
and the Valakut triggers would have not resolved because he wouldn't have enough mountains anymore.
Manamorphose. Draw.
But I mean, next turn we're just going to see an Omnath come down, probably a land, gain 4, shoot him for 6, 12 if it's a fetch land.
Expressive iteration.
Oh,
That's so
That's just-
rough.
Tarek, come on, bro. He's laughing because he plays blue-red online all the time, and he knows exactly what those hands look like.
Oh. Can't I just take them all?
My favorite thing when that card came out on MTGO, people didn't realize that the Tuck effect was second. So people would just hit a card, and I'm pretty sure they didn't make like a way that you can go back. So it would just throw the card in your deck, and it was stuck there. You're like, wait, no.
No, come back.
'Cause I'm pretty sure if you tried to back it, it glitched, and then like MTGO wouldn't work.
There's a run in 6. That feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this deck is completely out of control for the Blitz player. He's just gonna run away now.
Grabs land.
Yep, bolt face. 3 to the head. Burn to 13.
Everyone 6 because he has 2 Valakids.
Yeah, yeah, jeez.
So even worse. The only reason I could see him not playing a Somnath is just trying to conceal it.
That makes sense. I also feel like we know it's a 4-color Scape Shift Flip.
Yeah, like
We're
you're
playing.
probably playing one
Yeah.
at least, but
So sorry, real quick, I just wanted to say there's 4 undefeateds and they are drawing into the top 8.
Okay.
So
yeah, we got it marked.
Yeah,
I don't know if somebody said it or not. I
yeah, I
guess.
didn't know if somebody said it. Sorry,
We haven't
I was-
talked about it yet.
I was just out there and they were discussing and taking care of that. Explain because we just had Jacob in here and he wasn't really sure how it worked and was like, "Well, I don't think I want to draw. I think I want to play." And then they were explaining to him, "Well, like you're guaranteed a spot in the top 8." And he's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
In
Well,
that
when
case.
somebody comes up and tells you that, it doesn't sound like real. You're like, how is there
Right.
2 rounds that I don't have to play?
Right.
Because basically nobody, like, they'll get passed by people, but not by enough people because not that many people can go 5-1, which is the only people that get passed by.
There's the Omnath. Come down, draw a card, because it just does everything.
Card is so good.
Yeah, just scoop it up. Yeah, move game 2.
Yeah, as a Blitz player, I think understandably would be a little somewhat frustrated because he had an answer for every single thing that he had, and then just proceeded to play Dryad later and just
Yeah, just
like
attrition.
I know how that feels.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Especially when he keeps a hand with like 6 lands and only 1 helix, and you just like play 1 threat a turn, it just gets answered every turn. But now going to sideboard games, he is a Blitz player. I would assume is probably going to bring in Wildfires. It would make sense to me. To get some of the Valakids, but he's playing 4 Valakids, so he's got less of an issue like that. Where some of these 4-color piles, they actually won't play 4; they'll only play 2. But Spell Pierce, probably probably doesn't come in, I wouldn't imagine. It could. I don't imagine a whole lot comes in.
Spell Pierce for blue red.
Coming in
Against
Scape Shift.
Scape Shift. I don't know. I could.
I'd probably bring it in. If it
And,
was
I mean, it's probably better than some of your other cards, I guess. It's probably better than maybe like a Vapor Snag.
This Scape Shift sideboard it's got a lot. I don't know. There's just so much in here that's just going to be good against them. We have Internet Explosives. Okay. Chalice of the Void. 2 of them. 2 Mystical Disputes. 2 Anger of the Gods. 2 Veils. Veils less relevant. 2 Relic of Progenitors less relevant. 2 Aether Gust. And 2 Stony
It's a
Silence.
pretty loaded sideboard, it looks like,
Yeah.
for this type of matchup. But it's definitely understandable because when I played the Scape Shift list, aggro was just so hard.
Mm-hmm.
That obviously I played before Prismatic
Prismatic Ending
was a card, so like that's kind of a bummer because that card's just so good against all the things that make your deck hard.
I'm expecting to see the 2 Angers and the 2 Mysticals. I think that's all you really need right now.
Yeah, because he's probably, I don't know what's on his main board, but he probably has like a decent enough main board. Because Renin 6 is really good against Darcy's. You could argue Aether Gust as well. I think, right? Yeah, Ease,
Sure.
Mystical Disputes, and Aether Gust. Maybe you trim. He doesn't have a whole lot of like different lands to answer different things.
I feel like we're like the Scape Shift isn't worried
and he's
about
also-
the 1 mana creatures.
So he's doing a little something different too with he's playing 3 Omnaths.
Yeah,
Which is
thick.
most lists play like one.
If.
That's it. And that's like you said, an if and 4 Lightning Helix, no bolts. He's just wanting to gain all that life that he can. He's playing 1 Scape Shift, so if we can answer that card, we have 1 answer like gone. We just have to be able to deal with these Omnaths.
Yeah.
Which is hard when your opponent's gaining 7 life a turn. Or
But-
every other turn. Like 4 life every other turn.
You know what makes this much easier? Being on the play for Izzet Blitz.
True. That is also
So
true.
just getting in turn earlier. I mean,
I assume he has Darcy's, right?
Dothy?
DRC.
DRC, Darcy. We do not?
No, there's no Dragon Rage Chandler in there. Yeah, that's a take.
I mean, I would imagine he played that, and there might be a reason he doesn't like it, but
Yeah.
Maybe he does.
also, if you're just like, I'm not buying baubles.
Oh, true.
Baubles also shot to the
I would
moon.
not blame you.
They're $20
Yeah.
a piece, I think.
Yeah.
Somewhere
Yeah,
in there,
they went from like a couple bucks
to a lot.
to 8
Yeah.
times the amount.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 3-in-1 it is. It's a good
But
list.
I would see that being the
Yeah.
reason because
I mean-
it doesn't look like he has a way other than that to get Delirium up. But I
can
think
see
it's
it.
just
Normally it's 4 Swiftspear, 4 Soulscar, 4 DRC, 4 Storming Entity, and that's like
Yeah.
kind of been the go-to Blitz list. But
yeah, because
Yeah,
then you
he's
probably
very-
experience with like whether you're playing Delver or you're playing Murktide Regents.
yeah, he's playing Murktide Regent here, which is amazing for closing out games, and then and a couple of Sprite Dragons over DRCs.
Okay, so he said he didn't like the DRC version over the Sprite Dragon route. That makes sense.
He's doing better than a lot of other blue-red players today. So
Yep.
Sprite Dragon is a
Yeah, to be
runaway
fair,
threat.
Yeah.
I mean,
seeing what's happening right now is a good reason why Sprite Dragon's really good.
Yeah.
Because you get to play your Swift Spear or your Soul Scar Mage on one, and then turn 2 you get to play your other threat, and then swing them both. Whereas, like, you ever play a Darcy second, you have to wait.
right.
Now, I'd say in this matchup, it's probably better that he doesn't have it, because with his opponent having so many Renin 6s, being able to just down ticket, ping your Darcy's off the board.
Yeah. You don't really get the opportunity to play it and try to surveil into your delirium because you're just scared if you don't get it. It's just done.
Yeah. So definitely in this matchup, I think not having Darcy makes a lot of sense. I was just genuinely
And
surprised because any online content's talking about the card being just
I think
Right.
it's probably undisputably the best card from Modern Horizons 2, but
I'd probably agree with that statement.
yeah, it's like that, and then Urza Saga is probably like a close second, and then Ragavan is probably a close third, or you could probably swap it with Urza Saga too.
Yeah, I think it depends on your list between whether Urza Saga's better or Darcy's better, because like they're
Prismatic.
better in two different ways.
Prismatic Innings definitely very up there, but I would say the top three has got to be Dragon's Rage Channeler, Ragavan, and Urza Saga. That's just me though.
Yeah. Like if you were to put it on a tier, them are ones, and then Prismatic Endings like a 1.5.
Yeah.
It's just like right outside, I would say. Because it does require you to do weird stuff to get more value out of it. It's also a sorcery. Which hasn't been an issue too much, but
I love how it shows like who people voted for.
yeah, I think it's cool when it does that.
So these guys are playing for a top spot. I mean,
Yep.
there's a chance at X2 to get into the top 8, but last time there was like a 14-way tie.
Yeah, at X and 2, and only one was in the top 8.
Right.
8th place was in X and 2.
And I think that was ended up being, I think it was Emily that ended up
Yep.
getting in.
Emily Becker.
And then one person fell out of the prize pool of those guys, and it was our boy Brad. He was the very last one. He got put at 17th at the end of the 4-2s.
Express Iteration. Exile Serum Visions. Puts another card in the hand. Land drop. Cast that Serum Visions. 8th Gust. Okay. Fetch. I wonder if he has that Spell Pierce or like a Dispel. Or did he have Dispel? Or just Spell Pierce? 3 Spell Pierce. Yeah, I would say you brought him in. If you have 3 Spell Pierce in your deck, you're bringing him in here.
Yeah, because you gotta expect your opponent to have some other answers for your red cards.
Yep.
I assume this is targeting the Soul Scar because it's probably got so many prowess triggers on it.
Yeah, he's just trying to tempo him after he's played several spells and
If you do it, I would imagine you almost would want to do it in response to Expressive Iteration so he doesn't get to look at 3 more cards.
yeah, because it's possible he just found Spell Pierce and put it in his hand just now.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is. That's very possible that he literally like just put that in his hand.
Yeah.
He could have had it the whole game too. I haven't seen. That happened the other day. You like did something after I cast an iteration. It's like I just looked at 3 cards, man. Like
Yeah. It's a lot less likely for it to resolve.
it's like you know I put that counter spell in my hand off that.
So you could say I believe he's down to 8 now because he did not move his die.
Okay.
Or maybe he did. I could have missed it,
Yeah,
obviously.
that would have been 3 prowess triggers.
There is a baby to fairy.
It's F3.
So come in, bounce.
Freaking good. It makes me mad.
You won't find much of a bigger hater of that card than my boy Taryn Huck. Read number.
Is Swift Spear. I'd be able to take care of the Teferi, which is really good. You
Yeah.
really want to answer Teferi that next turn.
Yeah. you don't want to let him get to tick it up, especially when you have cards like Prismatic Ending and whatnot.
And Sprite Dragon. We got a lot of threats.
You see a Durat come down as well. Or a Sprite Dragon. I always call it by its other name. Durat. Makes
Dorat.
Lucas mad.
What's Dorat the perfect pet?
Yeah.
That's the version he has, so you can call it that.
It is the car Sprite Dragon.
Is there, if you have Dora on MTG Arena, can you switch it back to original Sprite Dragon? Because I haven't figured it out, and I prefer just original Sprite Dragon.
I think so. It probably takes some work around to it, but because I think when you generally put the card in, it asks, do you want to put the like alternate art on?
Okay, it always just shows the. Oh. Oh. He went to combat. No.
Big mistake-o.
Bance Fairy, Bance Fairy, Bance Fairy, Bance Fairy. No, kidding.
Bro, it's a perfectly fine card.
Okay.
Leave it alone.
Oh, so he let him target Fairy with one of the attacks. I figured he sent both of them at his face.
Yeah, if he is actually an 8, because I do not believe he's updated his die.
Yeah.
So the Blitz player would have
Well-
missed lethal.
Does he have Lava Dart or something? Because he only had Bolt, unless he has another spell in his hand. He has like Iteration and Bolt, I think.
Well, that's actually a good question, because he only has 7, but I don't obviously know what's in his
The
hand.
2 threats was Bolt would be 7, unless he had, which I'm pretty sure Escape Shift players at 8, but. So, that's really rough. He's gonna get to Bring the Light now. And he's probably gonna just go get a Supreme Verdict.
Yep, so we see him grab here.
Man. Did he have another spellcast? If he had Bolt and Iteration, it's still not lethal.
I didn't.
He-
Well,
he-
Bjork was writing that he was at 5.
Oh, if he was at 5, then yeah.
Yeah, so now like, well, not when he attacked, but like, he's at 5 like now.
Now
So
he's
the
at
bolt
5.
and the 2 prowess triggers would have been lethal.
Right. So he was at 8 when he attacked with Swift Spear and Sprite Dragon, though.
Yeah, issue when the dice do not get updated.
Yeah, we had Bolt. Bolt. Oh, he still gets there.
And you can just see the relief in his eyes, bro. He's so
Man.
happy he didn't mess that up too bad.
Yeah, it's so bad when you misplay and then. And like it's such a relief if you misplay, but then still end up winning. And like you did it. It's like
Baby Teferi, aka the Fun Police.
you cannot go to attacks and then cast your spell. Oh, he could have iteration for the bolt. He just didn't have enough mana to cast iteration and the 2 threats that had haste to deal 8 damage.
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I'd have to watch it back. I missed.
I'm like 90% sure. I could be totally missing something, but
You're gonna have to like.
so spell pierce pretty freaking good as long as he doesn't have its fairy down.
Anyway, we are moving on to game 3.
Oh, he fetched. Honestly, this would probably be a lot easier if the die was updated. Then I would know what life they were actually at.
Yeah, because I looked away for a
I-
second, and then I looked up, and he was still
Yeah.
at 12, and I was like, I don't know where he's at now.
He was at 12. He got hit for 4. So if he fetched after that, then he was at 7. Which yes, 2 prowess threats plus bolt would have been
Yeah.
7 damage, which would be lethal. But I thought he was at 8. But he could have been at 7.
But don't you worry, he put it back on 20 for us.
Hell yeah. And like we said, we wish we could keep the life total digitally, but it's just very hard when, like, you saw how hard it was for us to just keep track of their life total there when they didn't manage it for a couple seconds. Like, so it'd be very hard for me to update the life total in here when, you know, I'm not out there listening and watching what's happening. So if we had someone out there doing that, then yeah, but then that's a whole extra person and yada yada.
So real quick, I'll catch us up. I just talked to the judge for the deck tech. We were missing the Cauldron Complete off the deck list. There were 59 cards wrote down, and the Cauldron Complete was in the deck. We went straight from here to the judge, and luckily for that player, he drew the next round. So while he got a game loss, they still drew. So it actually didn't end up hurting him. Whereas, you know, had he taken a game loss, because the penalty applies to the next round, is how Aaron explained it.
Well,
so even if it's in between rounds, you still take a penalty.
Well, that makes me very happy because
I do think it was innocent. Because we're sitting here talking about it.
Absolutely was.
Yeah, I don't think people come on stream willingly to talk about their deck.
Yeah,
right.
And then just be like, uh-oh.
That's his first competitive event too. Like, that's why I'm really happy because
right.
Yeah.
First competitive event, and
even
then, like, if you would like miss top 8 because of that, like,
even when I talked to him out there, because after the round, like we talked before, I explained to Damien that like he didn't have to cast his ephemerate. The guy literally instantly says, "Bro, I'm so sorry. Do you want a rematch?" He literally immediately asked him, like, "Do you want to play another one?"
do you want to?
Bro, I don't know if that was just a flex. Like, that guy was like,
No.
"I will take you again, brother."
That's so wholesome.
That's good sportsmanship.
Yeah, but like it was
though.
just like
that's
he's
what
like, "Bro, I'll play it again. I don't want like that to be the reason." And Damien's like, "Nah, it's my card. I should have known. Like,
Wow.
I didn't have to."
We've had a couple lands here. We had a Serum Visions, and now we cracked the Misty. Sorry, guys. Get back to we got sidetracked there with just want to talk about that deck tech where we had that issue. Also, I want to throw out real quick, guys. If you like the stream and like what we do here at Apex Gaming, give us a follow on Twitch. Also, would love to have you sub to our channel. We do paper magic testing. We play MTGO, Arena, all kinds of fun stuff. Have a good time.
We do these 1Ks once a month now, or at least we plan on it. We stream our FNMs. So
pretty laid back crew. Likes to have a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's what you think.
the Mana Morphos into Stormwing Entity on turn 2. That's my favorite.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Not really. My favorite is oh, thank you for the follow, Izzor. Sick. I like that name. Oh, I pronounced it right. The Dragon's Rage Channeler into Dragon's Rage Channel into Bottle, 2 surveil triggers, and into like another spell, just like Delirium on turn 2. That's so good.
I do think the line of like playing Dragon Rage Channeler or bobbling, like
It's
your
so
very
strong.
first turn is like just the
It's so
tightest line.
Yeah, it's so good.
A lot on the
Down to 16.
a lot on the line for these two players here. A chance at the top 8 means a chance at a $500 cash prize. So winner of this event is going to be doing okay at the end of the day.
Yeah, because we
Random
keep saying we're doing 1Ks, but we keep making
Yeah.
them 2Ks.
Right.
When people show up, we're like, hey, by the way, instead of this 1K we were running, we're actually adding the extra grand into the tournament.
We were
Yeah.
planning on giving away $1,000, but people actually showed up, so
Here's another one.
Yep. That's the only way to do it, though. That's a Lightning Helix taking out the Stormwing entity.
that's rough. No mutagenic growth or anything like that in the hand to protect that. It's possible he boarded out mutagenic growth for spell pierces.
There's Darty probably would have liked to have him in the graveyard,
Yeah.
potentially, because he also has
I kind of
a safe amount of lands.
Oh, never mind. I was gonna say I kind of want to see someone try Demolish today, but that's definitely
That's
not legal.
that. Yeah, you can see him try, but when I throw him out later,
You can do that on MTGO.
Yep. I played Demolish last night or 2 nights ago on MTGO. So
Izor, we're located in southeastern Ohio in actually a small town called Caldwell.
come say hey.
emphasis on small town.
if you're relatively close, or feel like taking a trip, come hang out. We'd love to have anybody in the shop.
And if you can only hang out on our Twitch, we'll accept you. Well, we have a Discord and stuff too. Got a Discord, pretty active in there now. We got like 180 members or so. So like we talk about decks and deck building, spoilers, other random games. You know, we play like Call of Duty and stuff.
That's a relic.
Eating up that graveyard. All right. What are we?
Welcome back to the booth, Connor.
What were the sideboard techs looking like, guys?
We've seen Spell Pierces and Aether Gust.
Yeah, Spell Pierce is in. Aether Gust is in.
We saw almost oopsie poopsie by our Blitz player by forgetting that you can't cast spells during combat with a Baby Fairy in play.
Yeah, very nearly miss lethal because of that.
But he got to untap and bolt him twice, so
Okay,
we got there.
Got there. Okay.
Raging says, beware of the COD lobbies. Yes. We actually, our crew, we actually have some really good COD players. Not to get too sidetracked, but
That's pretty sidetracked.
have a fun time.
Not to get too sidetracked. Yeah, it's
Well,
pretty
just coming back. I'm just saying.
It's just funny when Brick said that.
Metamorphose.
There's an Aether Gust for the Dorat.
Is he targeting Dorat or is he? I mean, I would imagine. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he wants to put the Metamorphose back
Really?
on top or on bottom?
That's what I was gonna say.
Because that shuts off the mana.
I know, but
Yeah.
he still gets a prowess trigger on his Dorat and stuff.
Yeah. Dorat.
Well, he does have a Verdict in hand.
Oh, okay.
So his plan is to hopefully hit a land Verdict board.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because I'm pretty sure he also missed
He
a
does-
land.
Is
Well-
it 19 too?
Right, and he could go like Metamorphose, spell, and still hit him for like 7 or whatever with
Yeah.
Stormwing. So that honestly that makes sense.
And I believe he also has a Prismatic Ending in hand to answer
He
it
does.
like permanently. So
Yeah. No matter what, that Dorat isn't sticking around another turn. I just don't see it.
yeah, because I could be mistaken because I wasn't looking up, but I believe he did miss a land last turn, and it looks like he's going to miss a land again
I thought I saw like a red something.
because he Helix had a forest up, and that turn he had a forest tapped and
we
2 lands
draw
available.
into the Aether Gust here.
Oh, into another one. Wow.
So, and if you're the Blitz player, let's say the Scape Shift deck goes, Aether Gust, the Dorat, you put this on top or bottom, knowing that your top card is the Metamorphose.
Utah.
I would imagine.
I was gonna say, I'm thinking bottom.
Oh, sorry. Top cards Metamorphose. Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, since he's down to green, he's at 13.
Yeah, because he probably wants to Metamorphose because I did see, it looks like he has 2 cards, and I know one of them is a Fiery Islet, so he's probably trying to look for some bigger threats like a Murktide Regent or something to get this game over with
Yeah.
instead of trying to refill up this rat.
Don't worry, lands are not an issue for the Izzet deck. Just get another one.
Crypt.
Yep.
What is that?
Yep, Tormod's Crypt comes in.
That's extra prowess.
So we're looking at 5 here.
Yeah, it's a Lava Dart in hand.
So 6, 7, 8, 9,
You might as well just crack your eyelid right
and
now.
potentially cracking this islet and hitting the bolt.
There's that. Sack Steam Fence for it. Full send.
Huh?
Oh, we're gonna sack the relic before we can flashback.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
So he can still do that in response, though. It's an instant.
Yes.
Right.
I guess forcing the issue.
Yeah, making him use his mana.
He didn't tap. Oh yeah, he did. No. Oh, he has floating mana. I'm stupid.
No, we didn't flash it back.
Okay, so he didn't flash it back. I think he tapped it sideways because it's exiled.
helping us out, keeping track of browse triggers so far.
It's actually a good way to help us out doing that.
Yep.
Like laying them sideways. Also, I know we talked about it a bunch. We know that it doesn't have Dark Siege, but I would assume that's actually why the Relic came in. Just assuming that the blue-red deck's going to be playing it.
I don't know if he saw Murktide region or not either. I don't think so.
He
Soulscar mage?
whether he knows that he has
Here we
Murktide.
go. Did he hit the land? He did not, but he hit a Helix, which buys him
This is rough
time.
for the escape ship player, but we did see a prismatic ending, right?
We saw a prismatic ending, I believe, and a Helix. So,
Helix there.
but he has to use the other mana besides his green because
Yeah.
I cannot catch the Helix.
Manamorphose should be
But
exiled.
pretty
too.
reluctant.
Yes, it should. Metamorphosis should be gone.
That is.
I mean, we would say something, but I don't know if it really.
There is a Murktide.
It yeah, it does.
Oh,
for
yeah.
Murktide big time.
I forgot
So-
that.
Yeah, we.
Yeah,
Cool.
it matters. Yep. Yeah, even if it didn't matter, he's still.
Cool.
They're gonna
All right,
hit.
there we go. Good guy Kyle coming in for the rescue.
Thank you to our
Our chat
viewer. Yeah, thank you to our chat. On Tilt Games, thank you very much.
It's like me when I'm playing.
I think they're deciding that.
I saw the
I don't think the Islet is exiled. Pretty sure that was after.
Yeah, Islet. No,
Because
because he
he put-
cracked Relic in response to Islet.
right. He cracked
Yeah.
Relic in response to.
He did not flashback Dart.
No.
I would assume to
But
keep
Dark
his
got
land up
exiled with
because he
Relic.
probably planned to crack his other fiery islet next turn.
Right.
And he didn't want to take too many lands out.
Right. Would rather draw a card instead of the 2 damage.
You know what's cool about having Fire Islet in play and in the graveyard? It's still 1 mana for Murktide. Just delve it away.
Right.
We're going to fetch shock down to 4, and we're going to verdict the board most likely.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Because we finally found our 4th land after.
Imagine only finding your 4th land when you play 29 of them.
Ooh.
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure, right? I didn't miscount that. I don't think. I mean, even if it wasn't.
Even if it was 25, right?
Yeah, that's.
Yep.
Oh, but if he draws a Murktide here,
Oh!
I
That's not
thought he was
Murktide.
gonna slam it onto the.
Our Blitz player
No,
having
and he has all.
probably what, like 8
there's
lands
on-
now?
Oh man.
Draw a
Oh,
card.
it doesn't have the land.
Don't be a land. Don't be a land. You'd hate. You
Oh,
hate to see it.
no.
You hate to see it.
Oh, he already had a land.
Yeah. Now we go up to 8.
That's rough, man.
Get out of reach.
This is definitely tough for the Blitz player.
They generally say rule of thumb: the one that stumbles on lands that gets him later generally beats the guy who didn't kill him with
Yeah.
the good star. Because I just don't know what he does now. He's gonna gain 4 more life.
And there's
plays a
another
fast
on that.
land.
You can't even remove the 1.
Yeah.
Get in for 4. No.
He might just go ahead and try to gain the life first in case of any combat trick for some reason or another. Just gain to 4, go up to 12, then hit him. Very quickly went from 4 to 12.
Wow. Math. Fair and balanced Magic card.
Bro, it's 4 colors.
Bro, it's so hard to cast.
It is. And there's a blood moon in play.
What are we playing? Blue Moon now? Into this guy?
It's another Islet.
Oh,
Yep. Our Blitz, poor Blitz player drawing a bunch of lands.
let's see.
At least it's a. What's the other card in hand?
There's a bolt and what he just drew being a card I cannot tell.
Looks like spell pierce maybe.
It can stop us. No.
Oh, now there's a Ren in 6.
yeah.
It's
We just gotta wait for this player to scoop it up.
yeah, Miss Pickup City.
Escape shift gonna take him to the ice cream shop. Give him a big old scoop.
A big old spell pierce. Gonna pay the 2.
Basically, when there is a player online, just prays that
Yeah.
the dog
You gotta
bit the computer cord in half.
cast the spell pierce with more confidence, so they know, so they don't think that they can pay 2.
Yeah, you gotta
Oh, spell pierce that.
yeah.
Got it, dude.
Oh, he's exiling. He's using the Tormod script in response to that to exile the graveyard, so the Ren 6 can't bring back a land.
True. Good.
So the Izzet players playing smart and playing hard here, trying to do everything he can.
Look at the top set. We could get Damien, Shake. Shake you, beat Damien. PJ1. Looks like we have a lot of local boys in our top 16.
Awesome.
And 3 of them have a good chance of making top 8.
That's what Seth was sad about. He's like, bro, I can't come and rep the shop. And I was like, I'm pretty sure we got like 5 people playing.
Way more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just,
Yeah, 'cause-
okay, let's start with the Hucks.
I-
Go.
Yeah, I'm good. There's too many of them kids out there. 2 of them registered late, still got in.
Still got in.
2 days before, and they're like, yo, what's my spot? And we're like, 70th.
Yeah.
There's
Oh.
6 spots out.
Yeah.
So good luck. And
Hey, there's a Swift Spear. That's exciting. It's a good blocker for. Oh, there it
Prismatic
goes.
ending.
There it goes.
It's a
blocker
good.
for
It's a good
prismatic.
blocker for prismatic
Hey,
ending.
Look, it was a 1 red Thoughtseize.
Take the prismatic.
Just take the prismatic ending.
Strictly better thoughts these. No
Oh, on tilt games. Hey, I tell you what, you have to make the drive sometime. Don't come see us. It'd be a fun time.
Where are they from?
Sit 3 hours away.
3 hours. So that's what, like Pittsburgh or
If it's-
Charleston?
A little further than this.
Okay.
There's,
Yeah.
there's about 2.
Oh yeah.
we're there.
Northern.
You can
Northern Ohio.
We'll come see you if you come see us.
Is that Finley? Or will we see you at Finley then?
Did he not ping them with the Ren? Because I'm pretty sure he could have just pinged them and then helixed them.
Yeah, he could have. He
So I don't know if he's just being super careful for some reason.
Bolt.
Bolt dart.
Nice.
I mean, same scenario still applies. He's
Yeah.
just going to get pinged in helix, so I don't know.
He says, yeah, he plays at Finley a lot. Nice.
Yeah, we've got a big group of locals for our shop going up to Finley this month, so maybe we'll see you there.
My wife went to Ohio Northern, so I went to Finley a lot. So that's going to be the game. Escape Shift takes it down 2-1, and we will be moving on to round 6.